Hi all. So it's 1:15 a.m. in the morning. So I want to discuss this regarding the comparison of merchants between Bursa Gold Dinar, Migai, and Public Gold. So why I compare these three merchants because these are among the famous merchants exist in Malaysia, as well as I saw there are so many questions raised in the chats platform that I think it's a good idea if I try to compare between these famous merchants, right? So let's compare them. So the first one is we have Bursa Gold Dinar or BGD, Mega I, and Public Gold. And you can see this is the buying price and selling price uh, for 6th of March, yesterday, right? And this is the spread means the difference when you minus this and then you divide by buying price, multiply by 100%. So of course they have the difference between the buying and selling price because the merchants wants profit, right? So there must be uh, the selling price is lower than the buying price, right? And this is the redemption fee, which means that when you want to convert into physical gold, so you have to pay some fees here. For Bursa Gold Dinar, it's fixed at 96 ringgit 40 cent per dinar, and 1 dinar is 4.25 gram. And for Mega I and Public Gold, they are varying across different grams of gold you purchase, right? So it's not linear. So what happens if not linear, then I cannot compare this with this as well as this Public Gold with this because this is linear. It's fixed at 96 ringgit 40 cent per dinar, right? And this is transactional fees, which means that when you deposit uh, in Bursa Gold Dinar, so you will be uh, you will be uh, having transactional fees of 0.2%, right? And you have safekeeping fees about 0.5% yearly for both BGD and Mega I. And for PG is only no fees, right, for that. And this is the effective spread in percent, which means that I just find what is the percentage of this redemption fees percentage over the buying price, and then I add with the spread. So it's like I want to know what is the total loss, okay, in percent. So effectively I will lose 6%, 6.13%. And for Mega I cannot take uh, the redemption fee of 1 gram only or 5 gram, no, because it varies among or across the uh, amount of gram of the gold. So I need to plot the graph. So I will show you the graph later. And of course, PG is also vary. And the regulation, as far as for BGD, it is regulated by SC Malaysia, Security Commissions. And Mega I and Public Gold is not mentioned, so I just dash it there. And is it protected? Of course, it's not protected by PIDM because PIDM is only for bank as far as I know. And the minimum purchase is only 10 ringgit for both BGD and Mega I, but for Public Gold it's 100, right? What is the effective spread? So this is from the graph obtained, right? So the effective spread per gram is 40.46 for BGD, and Mega I is 46 and Public Gold is 63. So how I got this, I will show you after this. So I need to plot a graph, so I'm using Python code to generate the graph here. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is the code. So you can see here how to read this graph actually. So you can see here, this is the blue one is actually the BGD, okay, ranging from 1 dinar to 200 36 dinar, about 1 kilogram lah. And this is Mega I, the orange one, and this is the public gold. So you can see that this is actually the axis of net returns, or actually net loss. Same thing. Net loss and net return is the same thing. So it's in the negative sign because, of course, when you buy a gold at the higher price and then you sell it back at the lower price, of course you are uh, losing, right? Losing money, not you have the negative net returns, right? And of course positive return is only gain when you have the difference in selling price, which means that, right, let's say the selling price today is 600, and then after that, after 1 year, it becomes 700. So that's how you gain profit from this investment type, right? So yeah, so I calculate the net loss first, and then I see that BGD has the lowest loss or net returns. I mean, the lowest net loss, right? Because it's above. I mean, it is nearer to the x-axis. So the way to read this actually, the merchants that approaching or actually nearer to the x-axis has the lower net loss, right? So lower net loss is the better merchant or the better platform, which is BGD, right? BGD has lower net loss or negative net return. Okay, so let's see from the first point here. So BGD always better here at the very first point. It is better at the first dinar, so because it's above both of the merchants, right? And of course the second best is Mega I, and the third, the worst, is actually Public Gold. I mean, according to this, I'm not saying that Public Gold is the worst. Of course they have their own advantage, but if we are comparing the net loss, so of course Public Gold is the worst here amongst three, right? So you can see here from the very first dinar until the very end, you can observe here. So I plot 236 until 236 dinar, so 236 points overall. So of course BGD always better from start to ends, if we consider all the parameters that I include in this plotting is fixed, right? So let's say if suddenly the spread of the bigger I uh, becomes, let's say, it drops, right? So let's say bigger I, mega I, let's say the selling price will increase maybe 600, let's say 70 ringgit. So which means the spread is about 1/6. So you can see here, if the spread is lower for Mega I, so you can see Mega I is better here, right? But that's not the case. That's not the case. The case now is the spread of Mega I is 6%, right? 6%. So 6% spread for Mega I, and this is the current graph. So BGD is always better for now, right? So that's all for my sort of like presentations. Which one is better between this BGD, Mega I, and Public Gold? And currently BGD is better, right? I said currently. Maybe the spread might change after this. I don't know, but currently BGD is better, right? So I hope that answered the questions for everyone. Thank you. Cheers.